Resume the record. Look, if you're brand spanking new, this call, we're not going to go through product or whatever, but really quickly here. My name's Malcolm, but here on our page, Save on Fuel, Start Surfing Life, Ronnie Wong, good guy in our team up in Ottawa. You know, everybody, you know, for all the farmers and ranchers, as the guy driving for Enoch to Cochrane, 3/4 of the tank, 70 liters, amazing. Eddie, here's what trip here, and I could keep on. Philip's onto his 3rd tank, just gets better and better and better. You know, no check light engine on, that is slow and lower RPM. That is so common. That's kind of funny. You put that post up, Cheech and Chong. I put that up for you guys. All of these, Dennis Goff, John, one of my personal enrollees, all of them over and over and over again. Some of them making videos, right? Debbie DeGrand, all of these people, Scott, good to see if you're back on the call here. Let's have a look. All these people over and over and over, every single person's having a great testimony. Why are they having a great testimony? Because this stuff flat out works. Xcelerate fuel tab. So if you're on the call, brand spanking new, have that person, have them take you to YouTube, to our YouTube channel, have a look at our presentations, have them come on to a Zoom. But tonight, it's a leadership Zoom. That's what it is. It's for you to learn, get some golden nuggets about what's going on. Donnie, Greg, do you know Donnie? Because he's down your way, just north of Fort McLeod. But all of these people over and over and over, really quickly, Xcelerate fuel tabs gives you better efficiency. You're going to go further down the miles, further miles or further kilometers down the road, less money out of your pocket. That's the bottom line, right? We can do all the math, all the numbers, you know, so many more liters per 100 kilometers, so many more miles per gallon. It doesn't matter what it is, you know what it ends up? Less money out of your pocket. So we're saving people money. That's why we're having such great success here, because we're not selling something. That's the key. So let's go here. We're not selling anything. So, you know, we have people on the call and then I do a lesson at the end instead today, because I want to set up the way the people work. And our lesson is thinking poor, thinking rich. You see, what I've always said, what you think, you create. And that's how the whole universe came into fruition. Thought. Someone, I'm not going to say who, because somebody might cancel me, but thought. What you think, you create. And if you know the power of this, the way you think really fashions how you look at things. Remember life's cup, that lesson we did, what's in your cup, that comes out when you hit a bump in the road. So I'm going to ask you a simple question. Who's willing to go on a journey inside your mind? It's pretty easy, eh? How about if I said, I'm going to get inside your head? See, a question opens up your mind, but a statement closes your mind. So when people say, look, I can't afford it, I can't do it, they go down. They become what they say. I can't afford it. I think, what do you think? I'm made of money? That's a statement, right? That's why they're poor. Honestly, God, it is. The poor get poorer and the rich get richer. The poor get poorer because that's what they think about. I can't afford this. Can I afford to get that? You know, that's all they're saying. They're making statements. And they keep getting poor. Where the rich don't. But how do you get to be rich? You go, man, that's just nonsense, Mal. I don't have the money. I am poor. Yeah, you can change your thinking. See, poor-minded people say, I can't afford that. I can't do that. Why? Because it's an escape. It's easy to say I can't afford it. It's easy to say I'm too tired. I can't go to the gym. Squeeze that one in there now for Ricky, right? Or I don't have time to work on a biz. See, the truth is they're just too lazy. Come on, hang on, Mel. Is that a little bit too harsh? All right, let's make it a little simple, a little easier on you. They just want to play it safe. They don't want to introduce new risks into their life. Have you noticed these are all being statements? Everything I said was a statement. Our brains are amazing things. Instead of I can't, a statement, ask a question. Ask it to yourself. How can I afford it? How can I afford it? How can I do that? What would it take? Why should I do that? A question opens up your mind. A statement closes your mind. When you say I can't afford it, your mind shuts down. Become what you say, you go down. Now say it one more time. You become what you say. So change the way you are. How can I afford it? How can I do that? What would it take? Why should I do that? And you go, Mel, I'm already in the business. I already ordered my product. How can I afford it? How can I afford to go out there and get myself a larger pack, $160 pack, a 10 pack, or a $1,500 pack, a 100 pack? Why? Because I have a handful of product on hand. And you know, if you got the product and you say to someone, remember, not a statement, not, hey, I'm going to get stinking rich with you, come look my business. But you ask a question, which will open their mind up. How do you feel about the price of gas? They go, I'm angry, I'm upset. See, it closes their mind. That's what you want. I'm angry, I'm upset. Let them keep going. Just prompt them on. Yeah, those bloody governments, they'll go harder at it. Yeah, oil companies don't care about us. They'll go harder at it, right? Keep that up. Just keep prompting them. Then say, what are you going to do about it? Open up their mind, right? Ask a question. Instead of going, I got a solution, Brett. No, what are you going to do about it? And they go, I don't know. Good. I've got the solution. Want me to share it with you? Yes, please. So now you say, how can I do that? What would it take? Why should I do that? Why should you do that? I want you to think about what would be the outcome. You know, I had an exercise with one of Rick's new enrollees the other day, did a call with a couple. I mean, might even go through that. I might even spring it on someone here. What is it you really want? What is it that needs fixing in your life? Really ask yourself. You guys are in this to make money. I know that. We know it. I've always done my business that way. Yeah, I like to help people. That's why this one's so great, right? Because we actually are helping people. They buy the product and they're saving money. We're putting money back in their jeans. So without them building their business, they're still saving money. We're not costing them money. So that's what makes it so great. We're solving a problem. If you want to win in business, sell the problem. Sell the problem first. Don't sell what you're trying to sell. Sell the problem, offer the solution. So when you do that and you know you're in this business to make money, ask yourself these questions. What is it that you really want? I want a big Ferrari. That's not it. Don't be stupid. What is it that you really want? What needs fixing in my life? Think about that. When you get off this call, really go through these questions. What struggle do I need to get out of? Are you in some kind of debt? Did you make a mistake and get suckered into consolidating all your credit card loans with somebody, banker or whatever it is? You did that and you got a $400, $500 payment for those consolidated loans. But then isn't it odd, hey, all those same banks just show up the next week offering you a way better looking card. You're in the same cycle again. You want to get out of that? What weight could you do without? What is it that you're carrying around that's weighing you down? Think about that. Really focus on that. Just imagine what it'd be like if you solved it. That's how you think positively, because that's what's going to keep you going. You see, I ask people when they're enrolling. All right, we figured that one out. This is what we're going to do. We're going to get you out of that pickle. It's always a pickle, right? It's always something wrong. So what price are you willing to solve? Right? What price are you going to do to solve that life situation? Because it takes a price. You're going to go to work, you know? What's the price? You're going to open up your mind. You're willing to get plugged in. You're willing to have single daily action. I talk about that for 30-year career. SDA, single daily action. What I'm doing right now, you ask yourself this question, is it moving my business forward? Is it helping the person I'm on the phone with, on a Zoom with, whatever it is, interacting on chat? Are they moving forward? Am I doing something to help them? Am I doing something for their business? Am I doing something for my team? Am I doing, you guys have got teams. I'm not the sole leader. Am I doing something for me? If it's not, if it's screwing around, rolling up and down your eyes, up and down Facebook, wasting time, stop. Because you'll be surprised. If you do this hard for 30 days, 30-day build, get focused. I know you got jobs, so you know, instead of coming home going, oh man, I'm wiped out, right? All you boys, you get home, it's Sunday night like today. That was a big weekend. Heck, I'm tired. I'm going to have a beer and sit back and watch the football. Or am I going to be active? Take 1 hour and get on a call. Am I going to do that? You get home from work, after work, I'm going to have a beer, or am I going to get a cup of tea or a cup of coffee if you're North American, and get focused? Just put in a couple of hours and do it in not some goal that's weeks long. Try this goal. You see, when we do stuff and we have, the old school, what you didn't accomplish that day, you write down to start the next day with what you didn't get done. You know what that does psychologically? that tells you you're a loser. Oh, I didn't do this one again. I didn't do, man, I'm no good. I'm not. That's what you're doing. It's like your parents when you're really little. You're never going to do this. You can't do that. No, no, no. That really builds up. Here's what you do. You say, I'm going to do this one thing for 20 minutes. I'm going to get focused, not going to get distracted, not going to look at anything else. For 20 minutes, I'm going to do this and get it done. And you focus for 20 minutes, short bursts. And it's amazing how much you get done. You have a break, you do whatever. Great. I'm going to do it again for 20 minutes. I got to get this done. I got to call this many people. I got to do this. I got to follow up. Gold's in the follow up. 20 minutes. Boom, you'll get through it. You watch the whole day. When you get done, you'll go, holy cow, I can't believe I accomplished so much. Are you willing to move productively? So, thinking poor and thinking rich. It's that simple. So let's, I just stopped sharing. So I guess we're back here. I'm not sure if you guys can all see where you are. And right, let me have a look. I'm not sure if, let's go with Ricky. Ricky Smith just came on board. Ricky's over in Perth. Ricky had a great run with the company, but then it all went to, you know what, hell in a handbasket. And when we got on the phone together, he shared where he's at, what's going on in his life. We had a heart to heart, and he's put his head down, tail up. How long you been with us, Rick? A week?
Just over a week, Malcolm, yeah.
There you go. You see, look, we were just on a call, on a Zoom, helping a gal. Real quick, you know, when you're going in there right then, I think the company just fixed it right now. When people were enrolling just for the last hour, it would come up 500 server error when you click create the account. They go, ah! Well, first it was coming up wrong, but she was putting in the wrong password. You got to fill those whole six. You got to, those 6 boxes are got to be checked to their green. You can't have 1 X, right? But then it was like, what's wrong? And I went, just wait a sec. Let's try this. Let's go take that URL, the brand new person you enroll, put it in your laptop, have a look. Boom, there was their site. So we got a little wrong reporting. I got on to Dan right away. But you see, we didn't flip out, right? What's in your cup? Remember that lesson? You're going to yell and scream or go, hey, there's probably a solution. But Rick said, when we had this chat, he said, yeah, I'm going to get focused. 1 week. Where's your team at?
Well, I reached out to quite a lot of people. I reckon I've got about 80 folks on the list in the last week. It could have been more, but I had to do the follow-ups. I've been on all your calls, Malcolm. I've just been soaking it all up. But of that 80, some have said no. That's fine, because nobody's ever going to say no. Not everybody's going to say yes. But 15 have personally joined, and the little group is about, I don't know exactly the numbers, but it's probably knocking on the door about maybe 70 or 80 people at the minute. So yeah.
Good for you, man. And what have you been like? What have you, just give some insight about your mentality, what you can help. Just if it, instead of me, you tell them what you think went. Look, first off, if a Scotsman can do it, anyone can do it.
Well, what you've touched on, Malcolm, is really important, and it's that thing that we all know about, but sometimes it isn't that important for many of us, and it's the why. So if I could just take a couple of minutes, I'll outline my why to everybody. And I'm quite a transparent guy. I wear my heart on my sleeve, so I've got nothing to hide here. But 3.5 years ago, I was diagnosed with prostate cancer. 6 months later, I had to get my prostate removed. A year later, there's still cancer kicking around in my body, so I had to go through radiation. And that's when I started the last project. And the reason I started the last project 2 years ago was quite simple. And this is the why bit. And this is the bit that, if it's important enough to you, will have you run through walls. And my why was quite simple. I'm nothing flash. I don't need big boats, big cars, big houses. But I've got a wife who we've been together for 44 years and married for 32, coming up 33 years, 2 grandkids. And she's been a rock all my life. When I've done this little project and that little project and had some money and lost money and never made any money, she's always been the steady rock as a nurse for 20 odd years. And well, quite honestly, my goal then 2 years ago was to make sure that if anything ever happened to me, because none of us are going to live forever, but if anything happened to me and I was still dealing with cancer, still am, that my wife was financially sorted out. We still rent a property. I'd like to buy her a house so that she never has to worry about money again, and she certainly never has to worry about going back to work in her 60s or her 70s or her 80s, you know. So that, to me, if I left the planet tomorrow and I know that I've done that and sorted that problem out, because you talk about problems and solutions, Malcolm, then I would be a happy chappy. So that, to me, and that's never changed. So now that we're doing this, the goals never change. It's not, well, that was a good idea, but it sounds a bit fluffy, so now let's go for a boat. It's still the same thing. It's still, number one, look after my wife, make sure she's got income forever. Number two, she's got a roof over her head, which she owns. And number three, I've got a boy still at home who I'm looking after as well. So make sure he's got a sound future. And that's it, Malcolm.
You know, did you just say, and let's go for a boat? Last night, he sends me a picture of a 380-foot, $100 million boat. I'm thinking, let's start with the 40-footer first.
Yeah, no, that's down the track, mate. That's once I've got my wife's income sorted out, and once I've got her a wee house sorted out, then maybe we can start looking at boats, but get your priorities right, you know.
You want to go on a 300-foot boat, you take it out, you take all your mates and you go out for a day.
Exactly.
And you do that when you got income. I'm not sure if Ricky came and made the call. I've got a phone number out here, 291. Is that you, Rick?
No.
I don't, yeah, not you. I got two Rickies on the call. You know what I'm going to do here? Right now, I'm going to spring this on someone. There's a couple there and she's in a white shirt. She's drinking a cup of tea or coffee, and Mick is sitting right next to her. Ali and Mick, they just came on board. They come out of the gate super fast. You there? You can unmute. Good. First thing, you know, I know these guys can be focused. I can really, I've got Mick. I went and checked out after we had that call and we worked some stuff out together. I went and looked at Mick's Facebook page. Jesus, Mick, you're 350 pounds. And now look at it. So the guy got focused. He knows how to do. Look at him. Look how good looking and thin this guy is. I got to call you up after the call and figure out how you did that. So he did, you know, to lose weight's hard. Everyone says, you know, get on the diet, lose weight. Right? Rick Rickett says to me, it's too many Ricks on this call. Rick Rickett always says, yeah, I lose weight, but it always finds me again. I never really lose it completely. So I had a chat. Remember what we just talked about? Thinking rich, thinking poor. So both Mick and Ali they met at the same job, correct? Go on, you can chat. They're working in a mine, trying to get out of under the financial burden. But you know what the problem is? We're asking, you know, what do you want? There's these pie in the sky dreams. And I asked them, so can I ask a question? Do you work opposite shifts? Yeah. And this is what their lives are like. He's coming home from his shift at the mine and she's going to her shift at the mine. And they're engaged to be married, but you got no real, how do you do that if you're never seeing each other? So we had a chat. We asked, and you know what their goal is? They're both home at the same time. Now, if you get focused on something that's real, not some pie in the sky nonsense, I'm going to make 10 grand a month, I'm going to make 50 grand a month. That doesn't work. You've all been down that road. So you guys are really focused. Why don't you share just a little bit here? And they come out of the gate, man. These Mick and Ali are building the team. The people are reaching out. So go for it.
Yeah, we've realized the situation that we're living in isn't ideal, and that there is an opportunity to create something different. And so a day before we actually met you, Malcolm, we said, hey, hey, God, can you show us what there is that's better than this? And then we met you within 24 hours. So we're really grateful for this opportunity that's been put before us. And we can see it's something that we'll be able to put our access to the grindstone and create a new future for us, because it's all laid out there. All we have to do is do the things, pay the price. And I believe that we'll get there.
Yeah, pay the price is important because it's not a free ride on it. Really? You agree? It's not a free ride.
No.
A lot of work. Did you notice something she said right there at the start? It wasn't like, oh, God help me. You were specific, right? If you're crystal clear Prayer is like goal, you know, it's a law of attraction. It's like setting a goal. If you're crystal clear with your intention, the universe works that way. It does every single time. So get crystal clear. They were crystal clear with me. It took a couple questions to get it out, but then bingo, they opened up. They were crystal clear on what they want to achieve here, and then they will, and they'll stay focused. There's going to be some road bumps. Don't you agree?
Yeah. Well, that 3-hour chat we had the other day, like, yeah, that's the longest chat I've ever spoken to anybody. Like, I wasn't bored at all listening to you, what you've done, where we can go with this, with you. Yeah.
That's right. You're not enrolling people. Hey, great, slam them in, money in my pocket. I used to say when with the guys at the car dealership, they'd be looking, they'd see an up, used to call them an up, someone comes on the lot, and they're out there, and you're out there thinking, that I can pay my electric bill if I sell them a car. They're thinking about themselves. Where when you get a guy that's on a roll, we used to talk about it to the other salesman. Look at Terry, he's on a roll, man. And they're upset him. Yeah, every time he chats to anyone, he's selling them, because he's not selling them anything. Because he's on a roll, he's not thinking about, oh, what I don't have. He's thinking positively. So he gets out there, you know, he meets out. Hi, you two, what, you know, glad you're here. What's your name? Ali and Mick. Hey, Ali and Mick, I'm Terry Stilgo. And he's having fun, he's laughing, and they feel like they like him and they trust him. And before you know it, they own a car, right? So don't go out there building a business. I get this guy, I got this payment. You know, I get so tired of people calling me up. I just enrolled someone, I don't see my commission. That's not how you build a business. That's not how you want. You enrolled someone, so great. Who do you know? Stay on the phone with them. Who do you know? Let's go call up some friends. You want to get rich on your own, or you want to help some friends? Who do you know that's got the same problem? What do I say at the end of our Zoom calls? Tell me in your heart why you can't walk out the front door, look to your left, look to your right, up your street. This is not like Amway. This is not like Free Life where we did juice or whatever. This is, I know that I can save every one of my neighbors money. Why wouldn't you do that? Just ask them to save money. Go ahead, you guys.
It's just so apparent how many people we can actually save, that this is a problem that every single person has. And so when we're like creating a beautiful experience for everybody by taking away the pain, then how is that bad?
Absolutely. And then once you save the money, then you start, like we did, having a chat about life, and then talk to them about, hey, look, you can make, do you see you can earn some income here? Do you see you can move forward? And remember, thinking poor or thinking rich. Nah, I failed every other time I tried network marketing. I say this every presentation I do. Make a choice, right? You're going to make a choice, be angry at the government, be angry at the oil companies, or do something about it. You're going to make a choice to go, this is like all the others. I've never won in network marketing. I'm not going to win here. Or what? Maybe if I pay attention, this is all, because I say it's a whole different horse, right? This is so different than anything else you ever done. If you guys can pick that up, it's so simple. Yeah.
Well, I think this whole business is about personal development. Who can we be greater than we were yesterday, and how can we continue that rise and take as many people with us?
You've got, so many people go, Mal, you're in your mid-60s. Why don't you stop? Exactly what Ali said. I can't get out of bed and do nothing. I just can't do it. I want to keep, you know, all the young boys around here, we got a basketball court, we help out a lot. The young boys are like, you're an old man, because not many Filipinos live as old as me, because they all abuse themselves. And none of them have got shock white hair, because they all got black hair. And then when a minute it turns a little bit gray, Mick, see, they're not like you, they go dye it black. So they look at me, they point, guys, look like God. And they're scared, right? But then they talk to me sometimes, because I sit them down. We have these chats. We're playing ball. We're doing whatever. And they go, what's it like to be old? And I tell them, it's not. What? It's not. And they go, I don't understand. And I go, look, I think just like you. How old are you? 18. Yeah, I have the same desires, same impulses, right, Mick? Because you're getting married. Exactly like you, except I'm a little different. You see, when I was your age, I acted on my impulse. I didn't think it through. Then I had to pay the consequences and unravel the mess I'd created. Now I still do it. I just think it through, and I still get to have the fun without all the problems I created. So, you know, every day I get up thinking, wow, you know, I got a whole nother day. Let's go. Let's go for it. There's so much out there. So I really want you guys on this call, like Joe Antonucci there. I see Joe, there's our stay focused on the product, you're losing people, says Ronnie Schoon. Glad you're coaching me, Ronnie. I'm just helping people think. You know, Joe has got 530 something hits on the site I created for him in a handful of days. What's that going to do, Joe? Tons of traffic, tons of business. So who wants to say something? You can put your hand up. Anyone out there, you can go for it. I could put Ronnie on the spot. Anybody? Nobody? All so shy? Come on, you guys. How about you, Stefan? Might as well. You're always Stefan's the largest leader in Australia. He's about to get run over.
How did I know you? How did I know you were going to say that? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go for it.
Is it clear? I've got another microphone today. That's all.
No, it's clear.
Okay, great. Oh, look, thanks for sharing, everyone. Ricky, that was a great story. I mean, mine's a little bit different. I've got a couple of different whys, but one of them is that my wife had to move over to Melbourne for work. Over 12 months ago, she had to move with work over there, and obviously she flies back and forward to hang out with us every so often. But really, it's just a matter of bringing her home and you know, being able to, you know, cover her income, cover my income that I have in my day job, and you know, hopefully change some lives on the way through. You know, it's just a matter of you know, firstly, and this is just for most people don't know this, but I've a wife that hates the industry. I'll keep it really quiet because she's here. But not a fan of this industry, and I've had to deal with that for many years. And for me, it's just a matter of proving that it's worthy. You know, that I can really show her what is possible in this industry. So that's really what it's all about.
There you go, mate. You see, if you make your goal come from in here in your heart, then you really got something you want, right? It's something that it's personal to you. If it's just, I want a fat flash car, I want 20 grand a month, there's no real content to that. There's no real substance to it.
Just to give you, I'll tell you a little story. About nearly 20 years ago, I went to, nearly 20 years ago, my wife and I got married 20 years ago. I went to Sydney, and I was in a room with 3,000 people, right? It was an event for this same industry we're in at the moment. And I was sitting in the crowd, and the owner of the company was doing a training, and he said, who in this room, put your hand up, who in this room would like to come down here and do the presentation of the business to us? And in 3,000 people, there were 3 people that put their hand up. Guess whose hand went up? Right? And one of the reasons for that is that once upon a time, I was a DJ, and I used to stand there and emote a crowd and change people's lives, and in a very different way. But I've always wanted to be that kind of leader that gets up there and does all the presentations. One of the few people that actually want that job. But it's because I want to change lives. I want to be able to say that I made a difference, and that's a massive part of my burning desire in my heart to be able to do that. So just wanted everyone to know that and share that story with you. Yeah,
that's the key. You know, my why, I've made millions and millions and millions, but anyone real close to me, you know that it all disappeared one day, just in one single day, the whole lot gone. And wasn't that long after that, I was so dang hungry. My wife now, she knew me then, she didn't want to know me. When I had all that money and a great big home, 45-foot boat and all that, didn't want to know me. But when I had nothing, I had a push bike. That's what I had. Seriously, I had a push bike. She went, all right, I'll get to know you. Let's go out. And we started a relationship. And I swore that I would never be in that predicament ever again. I don't need any $33.26 million in the bank account that I had. I don't need that again. I just never want to be in that predicament again. So there's a gal in Florida, Cha, get ready here. Asking you on mute. Cha was sponsored by my personal sponsor, Val. So we're opposite. We're not even in the same team. And you understand the pay plan here. You have your 3x8 matrix that you get to earn as much as you want on that matrix. If the order's beneath you, you get paid, right? Isn't that a credible pay plan? No hoops, no titles, no nothing to jump through. Got a $60 order. By the way, it's the end of the month. Make sure you got an order so you get paid. So you got a minimum $60. You should have a $160 order. So you can have 10 packs. I teach you all 9 packs, go out, market them for $30. You made yourself a pretty handsome bloody profit, and you got 9 people started, and they will go online because the product works, and they will reorder again. Now you got a fast start bonus times 9 people, and then they'll keep reordering every month and keep building, sharing it with other people. So it keeps on growing, right? So make sure you got your order, and we get to get paid to infinity because they have 50% matching bonus. But Cha, my team, my matrix can never enter into yours because the front line of 3 people, whatever, we have our own. So Cha, she's in Florida, and I know she's building a serious good bit. Did you just jump off the call?
No, I'm on.
Oh, great. I was gonna say, she wouldn't pass up a chance. Go ahead. Help these people on. Everyone's got a whole different reason. Help some people here, please.
Oh, well, I'll tell you my reason why I'm doing this. It's a pretty serious one. Just, I don't know, maybe 6 weeks ago, my husband had a heart attack, and I really, really seriously realized that I needed to be at home and not out at a job. And so I really started putting my head down, and I do all the daily activities, and I mean daily. I don't take a day off. I plug into everything I can, but I'm going to be 61 years old in October, and I don't want to go back to a job. And we're building a new house. I want to pay the house off. I don't want anything grand. I want to pay the house off. I want to pay my car off. I want to make it simple so my husband doesn't have to be concerned. I don't have to be concerned. I'm also raising a grandson who's going to be 14. And, to me, like, this is the greatest thing. It's the easiest business I've ever done. It's such a great conversation to have with people. And, if people would just plug in, do the daily action, and then help your team. The thing is you can't, like Malcolm said, you can't throw people in and then just be like, all right, I got a paycheck. Woohoo. No, you got to teach people some mindset and some skill set, so you got to get on calls. You got to train your people, and then you got to still do your own follow-ups, and so, keep that why in front of you. I literally have it sitting on my computer. I have daily affirmations. So I put very positive things into my mind every day. And I think that's where it's at, have a good why. I think paying off my house and being able to stay home with my husband and take him to lunch every day, anywhere he wants to go, and let him enjoy life is the greatest thing that I could do for him. And so that's about it for me. I don't know what else you want me to say.
That's great. Wow, I wish I was your husband, taken out to lunch every day. Holy cow.
Yeah. Why not?
I'd be
we
fatter.
live in paradise.
I'd be fatter.
Yeah.
So you guys are getting the picture. It's the way we think. We got the greatest opportunity. Think about that. We got the easiest product to solve a problem. Think about that. We got the most incredible pay plan. There's not one that makes it so simple, so easy, with no hoops, no breakage, none of that to the company. There's only one thing that can trip you up. Now, go back to that lesson, look it up on the internet. on YouTube, Life's Cup, three Sundays ago. Whatever's in your cup, when you bump into somebody, is going to spill out, right? Got a cup of coffee, you bang into someone. Why'd you spill your coffee? Well, because you banged into someone. No, because I had coffee in my cup. If it was tea in my cup, it'd be tea. If it was water, it'd be water. That's crazy. No, you see, your life is like your cup. Whatever's in you comes out. So when you hit a bump in the road, there's going to be, we're a brand new startup. Well, it was a perfect bump in the road this morning. You notice in your back office now, when you do place an order, it comes straight up with your order place. Go to order place. There it is. Go to the far right. There's a little box. Click on it, and it'll come up with your tracking number. Copy that tracking number, then click on it, and you can put it in. Now, some people go, hey, it says no order found, no tracking number found. You just placed an order. Landmark hasn't got the order yet. It's going to come up. Give it time. You go, wow, this company stinks, right? Or you could say, wow, we're brand spanking new. I just placed my order. My credit card cleared with my local bank, but Xcelerate has not actually received the funds in their merchant account, which means Landmark has not got, if you understand how network marketing works, Landmark has not got the invoice to say ship this product, because until the funds are in Xcelerate's account, they're not shipping any product. So it might take a day or two before your order shows up, right? It might take, sometimes there's a glitch, like our gal Trish. Was it Trish? Yeah, Trish in near Warhope, Fort McLeod, Grafton, New South Wales, just on the phone with her. How come when I enroll someone to get a 500 error? I went, I don't know, let's walk our way through it. So we went and took that URL, put it up in there and went, look, there they are, check it out. Go look in your tree. Oh, there they are. It was just some sort of software glitch. So thinking poor or thinking rich, continually think rich. The rich get richer and the poor get poorer for the one simple reason. It's your mindset. So let's get our mindsets great. I'm so happy to see you guys win. Nothing makes me happier. Monty up there in Saskatchewan, same sort of story with him. And close to my age, he had a very bad heart attack. He had to quit working, but then his wife had a stroke. So now at his age, he had to go back working in the oil patch. That's not good. Driving hours and hours and hours to get to his job. But come July, when he got his first paycheck, I called him up. He was ecstatic. Holy cow, Mal, it's more than I've ever been paid in network marketing. I went, wait. I've known you for 20 odd years. It's not more than you got paid in network marketing. Slow down. I mean, it's more than I've ever earned in a month in network marketing. I went, great. Isn't that insane? Because he's been in a long time. He went, yeah, what's the biggest thing? It's my first month, he says. Now I know we're successful. Now that makes me happy. That's the key. Other people winning. So great. Have you all on the call. I'm going to stop sharing. Where have I got now? I've lost the spot. I'm going to stop the recording and we're going to say goodbye to everybody.